Well, hello and welcome to Style RX. Today, Rebecca and I are talking all about the latest trend outside the lines. We are so excited to bring this to you and really help you think kind of outside your normal style profile. But we're also going to give you some tips on how to do this without it being scary, really how to tone it down or step it up and really make it your own. But before I get into that, we want to thank you for joining us, whether you're here live or on the recording. And don't forget, you can go to our YouTube channel, Style RX, and click that bell to subscribe because every single Friday, we load these fun fashion videos. Now, also, don't forget, you can go back and watch anything. We had a great interview with Leanne Walton on what the cabbie career might look like for you. So we have so many resources to go back and check that really our YouTube channel is going to be a huge, huge tool for you. If you're not following us on social media, also do that. You can find me excuse me, I can't speak this morning. Talking can be difficult, but at Street Style by Amy. And you can also follow Rebecca on Instagram at I'm Styled by R. All right, enough of that for now. Let's get going. Outside the lines is this trend that is really big this season, and it can feel extremely bold and a little scary for those of you that are very, very matchy-matchy. So we're going to walk you through a few ways that you can do this and give you some fun ideas. One quick tip, I'm going to be using the word grounding. That's just a way that I talk about kind of pulling things back a little bit and not making them feel so bold. So if you hear me that, just know it's maybe adding a denim jacket instead of a bright floral top. It's really just kind of pulling things in. So today I am wearing this fun outfit. This is our cadet pullover. It's got the cute little notch in the back. And I have our go-to top underneath it. So it's these bold, different colors that maybe you wouldn't put together naturally. And I have to admit, this is nothing I would have ever put together, but having it on, it actually makes me feel really fun and I love it. Then I have a piece of regular brown leather to ground this outfit down and break it up just a little bit. So I put on a vintage cabbie belt with no print mixing or anything because I've already got a lot going on with all this bright color. Now, the pants that I'm wearing are utility trouser, and I absolutely love them. And then I did bring in a vintage cabbie wedge that has some real similar color palettes to it. Now, I have to confess, I got this outfit idea out of Cabbie's fashion magazine, The Notion. If you have not subscribed to our blog, that's a good way to keep up on it. You can find The Notion through our websites. But if you're an avid Cabbie Tap user, you can now go down through the More tab, go to Style and Ideas, and then click on our magazine. Now, another fun way to kind of ground this down, if maybe this is too much, is just remove a piece. Maybe this will make you feel a little bit more not quite so bold, but maybe you wouldn't normally put the green and yellow together and it still feels like your style profile. But let me show you one example of what I'm saying to ground this down. So I have a neutral belt and I'm just going to grab a vintage cabbie denim jacket. And instead of wearing that sweater, I'm now going to ground all this color down with a very, very neutral piece that anybody can put with it. So for me, if I feel like I've got way too much color going on, if I have something near my face or I'm breaking it up midway down, it really helps me feel like, okay, I can do this. So it's just like print mixing. Start small. If it's too much, take something off. If you want to be a little more daring, add a piece. So it's really easy, but now you can see that I have this cute little top coming down and it's not that far out of the box. And these colors, if you know the color wheel, actually are very complementary. So it's not something that somebody would see you on the street and go, oh, I think she must have tipped the bottle before she got dressed. No, they're going to go, oh, I would have never put that together. So a lot of this is just giving you the confidence to try. And remember, just because it's a trend does not mean you have to do it. And also one of the greatest things about Cabby is that our clothes are very classically made, and we have things that can fall into those trends, but that doesn't mean they have to be worn that way. So Rebecca, I'll turn it over to you.
All right, I love the tip the bottle comment because that's just too cute. So we've got all kinds of fun, bingeable content on our Styled by R YouTube channel. One of them is on pattern mixing or print mixing. And so if you're new to that, or you just want some extra pointers, then go back and reference that. But I wanted to just show you, I've got a lot of different patterns going on here. So first of all, I have our poppy top on, which is a sleeveless top. It is sheer, so you'll want to wear a cami under it if you're wearing it on its own. I do have a nude bra on today, and because I've got the stroll cardigan over the top, I feel completely fine. But just know it is sheer. It's designed that way. It's got some gorgeous detailing up at the front and back yoke, and it's a button front, and just a really nice summer top. So see, I've got this. Now, I think a lot of times we get into the matchy thing. We think that, oh, it's got to be the same color white or the same color black or navy, whatever it is. And really anything goes in the fashion world. So I'm going to step back and show you the rest of my outfit. And you can see I have the convertible trousers on. Now, these are a creamy base, and then I have it with the very bright white stroll cardigan. So here we're mixing some things up. I've got my printed top with a little floral poppy print. I have my stroll cardigan that is striped and long and wonderful. It's got stripes going around my body. And then I have my convertible trousers on, which are stripes going up and down, very slimming and elongating. It's just a fantastic piece. Now, a little bit about these trousers. These are a stretch cotton. They're going to be fantastic for summertime wearing, and they are a wide leg. So I've cuffed them up, but you can actually wear these. We have these sweet little ties that will cinch in at the ankles. So you can wear them very, very on trend, but you could also wear them as a wide leg trouser. So it's just a fantastic piece to mix things up. But this is going to be very out of the box for some people. So if you look at this and go, I might be able to pull off a couple of those things, but you want to ground it like Amy said. Look at how by just changing this up with a white trouser, that really changes things. Back to you, Amy.
Okay, I'm really taking things to a whole nother level here, but I want to show you how fun it is to just try it. Now, you guys know this jacket has been one of my most favorites this season. It's a favorite this season. It's also one I know I'm going to wear all the time. So to wear it in different ways is really, I think, one of the biggest benefits of our Ponte knits is they can go either way. And I also really love to help you guys think outside of your standard work wardrobe, vacation wardrobe, casual wardrobe. So I am wearing our Imperial blazer. It's in that great Ponte knit. I have our new arrival Paragon Tankin in the line. Now, some of these pieces may be sold out, but maybe you were one that were lucky enough to get them. So this is not just to sell you on them. This is actually to serve you by them. So if you have them and you're not sure of different ways, that is also why we come here to help you. We want to help you get creative. And then I have our new jogger on, and the name of it just completely slipped my mind. Oh, the Snappy Jogger. And you can see it's a tropical print. Most people would see these joggers and go, there is no way I would put a blazer with them. So to keep it in that outside the lines trend, of course I had to bring my hot pink heels back. Now you've seen me wear these hot pink heels with the zebra joggers. Maybe you'd be more comfortable with something like that if you want to print, but I actually really love this together. I think this is something that you could do for a fun day shopping with the girls. I do think it's work appropriate depending on where you work. Maybe you're in the real estate industry. You guys, outside the lines is just helping you get a little creative and fun. Now, we all have a style profile, right? But I like to think of outside the lines as something that I would wear, maybe that I wouldn't normally wear to a normal event. So for me, my go-to for my outside the lines looks, this is something I would wear to our Cabbie Scoop, where I really want to step it up, maybe show my creativity. Maybe it's a judgment-free zone. And, you know, this is something that I would totally wear in that type of environment. So just because maybe you are wearing something outside the lines today, it doesn't mean that's something you're going to do all the time. Maybe you will only do that when you go to church and you really want to dress it up for a holiday. These are all just ideas that can really kind of pull you in to that. So now I want to show you the difference with this same outfit again, grounding it with that exact same denim jacket. So I'm going to take this Imperial blazer off and let me grab this denim jacket. Okay, now immediately, how many of you just switching your third layer would feel more comfortable in this? So you guys, it's all about personality. It's about your comfort level. And that's the cool thing about investing with wardrobe over time. And honestly, there's so many ways. Just this matchy-matchy piece of the lime green top and our joggers, they're matchy-matchy, but they're already outside the lines in the trend. So you really don't even have to think about it. But again, Rebecca and I talk about the power of three. That third layer is really going to either step up or dress down your wardrobe. Same with your shoes and accessories. Now with this, I've still got them on, but how easy would it be for me to kick these shoes off and just add a flip-flop or a little more casual wedge like the one I had on originally? Maybe the hot pink is a little too much. So you just go to a little espadrille or a little wedge like this. So it can completely change the look of the outfit just by changing your third layer. Rebecca and I do have the same brain because while she's finishing up, I was just going to show you, she had that incredible poppy top on with the Stroll cardigan. And I wanted to show you it with a bold print. So it doesn't have to be out of the box fluorescent yellow colors from the late 80s, early 90s. It can be two really beautifully classic pieces that you just layer over top of each other, but maybe you want it to feel a little more bold and stand out. There's your great opposites attract, black and white with your beautiful little floral. So it looks like Rebecca's back. And again, we do have the same brain, but you're going to get to see how we're completely changing this up. Rebecca?
Yeah, when Amy texted me what she was going to be showing today, I laughed because so often we have very, very similar things. And we like to bring this to you very organically. And so we don't like get together and say, oh, you do this, you do this. And so it's just kind of fun to see what we come up with. So I am back with the Imperial blazer. I love the lines of this blazer. It is so gorgeous on the body. And I have taken and popped it with the orange in our replay top. So another piece that is just a favorite, and obviously you're giving back to a wonderful foundation. Our Heart of Cabbie Foundation has provided over 17,000 small business loans to women entrepreneurs around the globe. And by rounding up your order or purchasing this blouse, you're able to support the Heart of Cabbie Foundation. Another way that we can support those small business, the women that are creating small business is in developing countries, is by becoming a stylist. When you become a stylist, Cabby creates a small business loan in your name for a woman in a developing country. So it's just such a blessing to be part of this company and have that organization. But I've got the purple blazer, the orange top. I've got a fun purple pump that I'm mixing this with. You're gonna have to forgive me, I'm out of breath because my mailman came during this last time. And so I was like, I have to hurry up and go get my package. But I like the fact that you can see this has got a print to it. So it has pink and purple and white through it. It's a small scale print. So I've mixed that with a larger wallpaper floral. So I'm mixing the scale on that, taking two fairly unexpected colors. So it's really talking to that outside the lines trend. And then I've just thrown it on with a pair of denim jeans, which is our skinny this season. Now, I want you to look at how fun this is. Again, popped with the white trouser from this season. So we have a white in the high-low crop. So just a fun, funky white bottom. And then we have our trouser silhouette, which was so very popular last spring. Now, if you want to go with something a little bit more casual, again, we're kind of doubling up on this cute little sweater, but we have our cadet pullover, which I think is super fun, with the collar of the replay top popped out of the top. And because I'm long-waisted, this is going to hit me just a little bit higher than it will on some others, but I like that it's got some extra length with the replay top there. So I'm gonna pull this and just look at how fun the stripes and the floral work. And so this is outside the lines, but it's also print mixing. And it's florals and stripes are one of my very favorite prints to mix, just because I feel like they're easy to do right, hard to get wrong. So if you're new to print mixing, it's a fun one to grab onto and just play with. Amy, back over to you.
That's awesome. And I want to know what was in that package that was so important that you had to run away from StyleRx. Just giving you a little grief. Okay. So you guys, outside the lines. Now I want to let you know that two of the outfits I'm featuring, I did find in the Notion, but this one I can't give the Notion full credit to, because with my early shows I did this season, my clients were actually putting this together and we were like, oh, that's really cool. So I am wearing our replay top that Rebecca just spoke to you on. And if you are curious about the a career in fashion with Cabby, speaking is hard for me today, then you can go back to our YouTube channel and watch some of the career conversations that we've had. It's just amazing. This replay top just goes with so many things. And then I have our Roar cardigan on. So I love pulling the yellow out of the replay top. I did add a scarf because it's still cold here in Utah. And then I have on our dual belt and our boyfriend jeans. Now I want to show you a couple ways to kind of mix this up again. So I have our boyfriend jeans pulled up high-waisted because they can fit that way. But if I were to wear them how I normally do, I really like them. I got to get them down on my hips here. I really like them slouched on my hips. I feel like it gives me a little bit more of a relaxed vibe. So I'm going to just loosen those up a little bit. And I'm going to take this scarf off. Again, outside the lines is something that you do that will really pull your own personal style with it. And then I'm just going to take this sweater off and change this look. I'm leaving my shoes, everything, but now I'm just going to take my sweater and slouch it around my hips and just make it super casual. So I've taken that same outfit with the scarf, taken the sweater off, and I've just tied it. And I've got these little yellow sneaks on, my boyfriend slouched and a little pulled up. And you know what? I think that's the biggest thing with this trend. It really allows you to give yourself permission to just throw some things on. and try it. But also, comfort and functionality are always key. So depending on your work environment, depending on your day, functionality, maybe you're just running to Costco and you want some comfy shoes on, but you don't want to look like you just got out of bed. This is a fun way to have something warm in case you go in that refrigerated section, right? You need to cover up. But also, you've got just some versatility, and you go home and switch out your shoes, maybe pull on that cadet pullover over top of this and pop the collar like Rebecca had. So if anything, I think Outside the Lines just gives us permission to be a little bit rebellious and a little bit brave with our clothing. Rebecca?
All right, my last outfit, and Amy, just FYI, it wasn't anything fun. It was just too big to fit in my mailbox, and my dog chose today to act like she was going to chew his leg off. So anyway, Outside the Lines sometimes can just be unexpected. So think about, I'm going to step back and you can kind of see what I'm wearing. So I've got just our field tee, and I have our fun joggers, the Snappy Jogger from our first limited release. And so this would be something that, you know, you would just be lounging around the house in. But I want to show you quickly how we can change this up. So I could do a little front tuck here, automatically shoosh that up a little bit. And you can see I'm wearing this with fancy green pumps instead of just my little slippers or my sneakers that I may normally be wearing it with. And so just by changing things a little bit, you can make it outside the lines. And so while we're bringing you lots of different bold colors and prints and mixing things up, I want you to know that, you know, maybe it's just a matter of buying a leather floral earring that is outside your wheelhouse that makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable, but just kind of expanding what you think is possible with your wardrobe and your accessories. I think that's important. It doesn't have to be over the top. It doesn't have to be like, oh my gosh, what am I thinking? Just do a little bit. And I think that that's going to help build your confidence style-wise and just make things a little bit more fun. Sometimes we put way too much pressure on ourselves when it comes to the fashion world. And we just need to relax and have fun, you know, wear the things that bring us joy, which this brings me immense amounts of joy. I absolutely love these joggers. And a couple of years ago, I would have thought, yeah, no way. So just by doing those little bitty steps, it's going to help you expand what you think is possible. And we've done several different Style RXs now that just kind of show you some different ways to have fun with your wardrobe. And we really want to make sure that the pieces you're putting in your closet you absolutely love and that you're going to wear a multitude of different ways and for different occasions. So joggers aren't just for lounging on the couch. Now, I want to make sure that you guys know next week, if you're able to join us live, we're going to be talking about all of the new arrival pieces that are coming our way in the Curator collection. I believe there's 12 new items, and they're already creating quite a buzz in the cabbie world. So beautiful spring dresses, gorgeous spring tops, more bright colors to just make you smile when you open your closet, and obviously the feel and fabrication that you're in love with our clothes. So be sure and join us live next Friday. I don't know the date, but we'll be at 10 o'clock Pacific, 11 o'clock Mountain, noon Central, 1 Eastern, or as always, you can catch the replay right here on our YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribed, ring that notification bell. It'll let you know every Friday afternoon when we have a new video uploaded. Thank you, ladies.